Good morning, students. Yesterday we had come across through these voices. So in today's session, let me continue this topic. So modal verbs. Coming to modal verbs. Modal verbs. What are they? Can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, so may, might, can, could, shall, should, will, would. So these are the modal verbs. So let me write examples of this in active voice and in passive voice. First one. He could understand the problems. He could understand the problems. Active voice. In passive voice, the problems could be understood by him. So it's a could. Here could be. It's understand. So now it's here V3. Understood. By him. It's a passive voice. So already I informed yesterday that in the last class I informed that the passive voice should start with object, whereas active voices should start with subject, and compulsory there should be by in passive voice and V3 form. Here the problems could is replaced with could be. Understood. It's a V3 form of understand. So what is V3? Participle. So understand. What is the V3 form of this? Understand. This is understood. So what is the sentence in passive voice? The problems could be understood by him. So here what are the modal verbs they used in this example? Could. So now here could be. So what is our formula over here? Object plus modal verb plus be plus V3 plus by plus subject. This is our formula. So compulsory object, modal verb as it is, but it should be added with be. Next to V3. V3 form of verb, by plus subject. Just one thing you should remember it, that modal verb, after modal verb we need to add BEB. So BE is added to the modal verb. Coming to next. You should complete the preparation. It's an active voice. It is in active voice. What is in passive voice? Should. So you should write it as should be. You should complete the preparation. So what is in passive voice? The preparation should be completed by you. The preparation, it's a P. It's a P. Okay? Preparation. Excuse me. The preparation should be completed by you. By you. So, you should complete the preparation. It's an active form. So, in passive voice, the preparation should be completed by you. Okay? It's a passive voice. Now, coming to the next. Raju must save the problem. One second. Raju must solve the problems. It's in active form, active voice. The problem must be solved by Raju. This is passive voice. Let me write it down. Raju must solve the problem. Active voice. It's in active voice. In passive voice, the problem must be solved by Raju. It is in passive voice. Okay. Now coming to double object model. What's the next topic? Double object model. She gave him a book. She gave him a book. Here in this type of model, double object. So object is going to come twice in a sentence. I'll write example, then you are going to understand very easily. Let me write it down. She gave him a book. It's an active voice. Him, it's an object. It's an object. Object. It's first object, the second object. He was given by her. He was given a book by her. He was. He. It's an object. Him. Here he. He was given a book by her. Him, he. It's in passive voice, so it's in past tense, so it's was. He was plus V3 given. He was given a book by her. If not, you can write like this. A book was given to him by her. Or a book was given to him by her. So here two objects are there. So you can start passive voice with even you can start with even first object or a second objects. So these two are in passive voice. He was given a book by her. Here he is first object. A book was given to him by her. A book is second object. He has presented me a dictionary. Next example. Let me write it down. He has presented me a dictionary. So, me is an object, dictionary is an object. Two objects over here. Object 1, object 2. So here, I have been presented a dictionary by him. It's a has. Has, what is that? It is in perfect tense. Active voice which is in perfect tense. So in perfect tense, been. We should write it as been. We should add been to this because it's a perfect tense. So in passive voice, compulsory been. We should add been. We need to write been. So I have been presented. It is an active voice. Now, I have been presented I have been presented a dictionary by him. This is one way of writing. Next, a dictionary has been presented to me by him. Here, a dictionary has been presented to me by him. I have been presented a dictionary by him. This is one. So here me. So it should start with I. I have been presented. I is a plural form. So I have been. It's a V3 form. I have been presented a dictionary by him. A dictionary, it's a singular word. So has. A dictionary has been presented to me by him. So compulsory be should be there in passive voice as it is in present perfect tense. So been and should add it with V3. Okay. At last, by plus subject. Next question. She offers him a cup of coffee. Next example. Let me write it down. These two are in passive voice. Okay. Now, coming to next example. She offers him a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee. So him is an object. Cup of coffee is an object. So what is in passive voice? He is offered a cup of coffee by her. What is that? He is offered a cup of coffee by her. So this is one way of writing passive voice. Next. She offers, it's F-O-F-F. She offers him a cup of coffee. He is offered a cup of coffee by her. Okay. Here him, it's an object, first object. So in passive it started with he. He is, it's a simple present. He is offered, it's a V3 form of offer. He is offered, this is V3. This is V3 form of offer. Offered, it's a V3, it's a V1. A cup of coffee by her. Okay. In another way, let me write it down. In another way. A cup of coffee is offered to him by her. What is that? Next. A cup of coffee is offered to him by her. Okay. It's a cup of coffee is a second object. So started with second object. A cup of coffee is offered to him by her. Okay, this is one way of writing passive voice. So, are you clear? Today in this session, I started with modal verbs. Modal verbs are can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might. So, if in active voice, if the active voice has could in the sentence, then it could as a modal verb in the sentence. Just in passive voice, we should add be to that modal verb. As it is same formula, we should apply to this passive voice. But could should be replaced as could be. That's it. Or should be, might be, would be. That's it. Here double object model. So here the object twice object is there. So two times object is present in twice in a sentence. Object 1, object 2. So you can make a passive voice with two objects. With object 1, you may have a passive voice with an object 1. He was given a book by her. Here he is first object. A book was given to him by her. It's a second object. So, in this sentence, this is an active voice. It is in active voice. It is in past tense. Him, it's a first object. Book is a second object. He was given a book by her. A book was given to him by her. So, started with object 1. Here started with object 2. Double object model. In the next example, where is our second example? This is second example. This is first and this is second. He has presented me a dictionary. Here, me is first object, it's a second object. So, I have been presented a dictionary by him. It's a passive voice. It is in passive voice. A dictionary has been presented to me by him. Here, I used second object. So, here passive sentence active voice can be written in the passive voice with object 1 and object 2. So, as it is a double modal method. Third example. This is third example. She offers him a cup of coffee. It's an active voice. That too in simple present tense. So, him, it's an object. So, here, he. It is going to be he. In the starting class, already I gave the introduction of this, introductory part of this subject and object. So, him is replaced as he. In the passive voice, he is replaced as him and him is replaced by he. She is replaced by her. Her is replaced by she. Though this you have to be remember. He is offered a cup of coffee by her. By is our passive voice. It's compulsory in passive voice. We need to write by. Offered. It's a V3 form of offer. He is offered a cup of coffee by her. In the other way, a cup of coffee is offered to him by her. It's a passive voice. Another form of passive voice. Next, coming to indefinite pronoun model. Pronoun. This is pronoun. P-R-O-N-O-U-N. Pronoun. Let me give one example. Someone has stolen my purse. It's with pronoun. Indefinite pronoun. So, here, till now, we had come across noun form of a word. She, some. It's like we use the names. But here, indefinite pronouns. Let me write it down. Then you are going to understand what is the indefinite pronoun. What is the meaning of that? First, someone has stolen my purse. My purse. So, someone. It's an indefinite pronoun. Someone. It's a subject. Has stolen. My purse. My purse is object. It's a has stolen. This stolen is V3 form. It's a V3. It's a subject. My purse is object. It's an active voice. The sentence is in active voice. My purse has been stolen by someone. What is the answer over here? My purse has been stolen by someone. Very easy. My purse, it should start with passive voice, should start with object. My purse has, it's as it is a perfect tense, compulsory been form. Has been. It's a V3 here, V3. Because perfect tense plus, what is the formula of perfect tense? Has or have plus been plus V3 by someone. Next. Somebody wrote a complete letter. Next example. Second example. Let me write it down. Somebody wrote a complete letter. It is an active voice. It's a letter. Let me write answer. A complete letter was written by somebody. A complete letter was written by somebody. Or you can write like this. Or a complete letter was written. No need to write by somebody. No need to write. Just in simple way. Both are in passive voice. A complete letter was written by someone. Somebody. Somebody is an indefinite pronoun. A complete letter was written. It's in past tense. Was written. Written is a V3 form of write. Got it? Written is V3. V3. It is a participle form of verb write. Compulsory by is as usual by somebody. Next. People use English in as a second language in India. Next. Let me write it down. Next example. People use English as a second language in India. People use English as a second language in India. Let me write it down in passive voice. English is used as a second language in India by people. Answer. English is used as a second language In India, English is used as a second language in India by people. No need to write by people, it's enough. English is used as a second language in India. Directly, here English is the object, here English. It started with English. So, as it is, the same sentence, just English you should write here, over here. It's an object, so it passive voice should start with an object. So that is the rule. So here English. Next, someone will help you. Fourth example. Someone will help you. Help you. It's an active voice. Okay, got it? Someone will help you. You will be helped by someone. So, you is object. You will. So, will should be will be because it is future tense. You will be helped by someone. You will be helped. You will be helped. You will be helped by someone. No need to write. You will be helped. It is HELPED, helped. You will be, BEB. Okay, got it? Even here it's P. Someone will help you. You will be helped. Passive voice. Nobody knows the future. This is one more example. Let me write it up. Nobody knows the future. Fifth one. Nobody knows the future. The future is not known to anyone. No need to write that. Just write it as the future is not known. The future is not known by anyone. No need to write that. The future is not known. Simple. It's in passive voice. It's knows. So it should be known. It's a V3 form. As it is nobody. No is a negative form. Nobody. So here not. The future is not known. Okay. Now one more example. Let me give one more example. No one has invited him. Next example. No one has invited him. Active voice. It's a subject, verb form, verb, object. Okay, we know this. What is the passive voice? He, it is in perfect tense. It is in perfect tense. So, he has not been. Here, no one. So, no one. So, there should be a not. It's in negative form. So, not. You use not over here. He has not been invited. Invited. It's a passive voice. It is a passive voice. So, no one, nobody. They are in nothing. They are in negative form. So, compulsory in the passive word, use not. What are they? Nobody, no one, nothing. These are in negative forms. They are negative forms. So, use not in the passive voice sentence. Sentences. Sentence. S-E-N-T-E-N-C-E. Sentence. Okay. So, in today's class, we had come across through 3 types of models. In the last class, in last sessions, I completed with active, passive, basic concept of this active and passive. Compulsory, we need to remember the formula of this passive voice. Compulsory passive voice should start with object. And by. Compulsory, we need to write by in the passive voice. So, compulsory, you have a present tense. In that, simple present, present continuous, present perfect. In past, you have simple past, past perfect tense, past continuous tense. In future tense, simple future, perfect future. That's it. Only 8 tenses are used in these voices. In today's class, modal verbs. Compulsory be form should be added to these modal verbs. Be form. Could be, should be, would be, might be. That's it. Everything is same. Now coming to double object model. In double object models, in this type, we had come across through 2 objects in one active voice. So passive voice. So in 2 versions, in 2 ways, we can write this active voice into passive voice. So with object 1, first object, and with second object. So understand the examples perfectly, properly. Then this is very easy to understand. Simply first we need to understand the formula. What is the rule in passive voice? Then one by one, if you go through one by one model, then it's very easy to us to understand these active passive voices. Everyone write it down properly in your notes according to this way. So here object 1, object 2. Started with object 1, here object 2. Same, object 1, object 2. So started with object 1, object 2. Okay, I had given some examples. So go through that. Indefinite. Here pronoun, it's in indefinite form. Someone, somebody, nobody, no one. So these are the indefinite pronouns. So by someone. So you are going to have by someone. No need to write this. No problem because it's an indefinite pronoun. No need to write. My purse has been stolen. That's it. Here stolen, stolen. That's it. Just object plus verb form plus that's it. Enough. No need to write this subject over here. Somebody wrote a complete letter. A complete letter was written. That's it. It's an easy way of writing passive voice. People use English as a second language in India. English, it's an object over here. English is used as a second language in India. That's it. By people, no need. Someone will help you. You will be helped. That's it. Nobody knows the future. The future is not known. As nobody is in negative form, not. Compulsory not in passive voice. Should add not. And one of the last examples. No one has invited him. He has not been invited. It is in perfect tense. So compulsory been. He has not been invited by anyone. No need to write that. He has not been invited. So tomorrow I'll go through few more models. We have so many models. Tomorrow I'll go with another type of model.